Hey guys, and welcome back to Tech Girl Brianna. That's not my jingle, that's just something I came up with. LOL. Anyways, welcome back to this week's video. It is Tuesday. I'm sorry, last week's video didn't go up on Tuesday. My bad, but this week's video is definitely going up on Tuesday. So thank you guys so much for tuning back again to this week. I have another fun video today. It's a video I've been requested quite a bit, and I'm so excited to actually film and talk about it because I feel like this is the best way to code. But before we get started, if you can just thumbs up this video and subscribe. I'm trying to grow my new channel here, and so far I'm very happy with the results I've got, but I would still like some more subscribers because it will help me out in the future to collaborate with others, as well as possibly get sponsorships down the line, so that way I can invest more into this YouTube channel. So yeah, that's all I want to say for now. So today's video, I will be sharing with you how to learn where to code for free. So all of these resources are online. You just need a Wi-Fi connection. No credit card required. So yeah, that's all you need. Okay, the first one is my personal favorite. It is the way that I learned how to code many years ago, and that is codeacademy.com. Actually, when I started, it was called codier.com, so it has changed a lot. It's actually, now when I go to the website, it's completely different. Like, it looks completely different than when I first started, but I think it's so much better. Like, for fun, I just did like one of the beginner's courses for free because I was just curious to see how much it changed, and it's changed so much, but in a better way. So you can learn the web basics and the web fundamentals such as HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, PHP, Python, and Ruby. Wow, that's a lot of languages to learn, right? Luckily, when you learn one, it's much easier to learn the other ones. The syntax might be different, but a lot of the way that you learn will be the same, if that makes sense. So what I like about this website is very hands-on. It tells you what to type into the console, but then it tests you, like says, okay, now build this. I'm not gonna tell you how to build it, but you have to build it. And it's just something simple, something small. And to me, it's fun. It feels like it's almost like someone's talking to you in a way. It gives you a lot of room to experiment. So everything isn't like, you don't need to do things from A to Z. You can definitely go and think outside the box. That's definitely how I did it, and I had a lot of fun with it. What's also cool is that you also use their in-house portal to learn how to code, so you don't need to download any softwares or have anything externally onto your computer. So you don't even need to own a computer to learn to code through this website. Just as long as you have access to internet, then that's all. I know it has worked on the iPad before, because once I didn't have my computer on me, so I was just doing it on my iPad. It was hard, but it's possible. Okay, the second one is Udemy. So Udemy is taught via video lessons. I personally like that type of style, but I know some people want something more hands-on. Now, there are some courses you have to pay, but there are some that you can get for free that are very valuable, such as programming for entrepreneurs, HTML and CSS, or introduction to Python programming. They're both very valuable and they're free, so why not? Okay, the third one is surprisingly GitHub. I mean, if you're a developer and you don't use GitHub, are you even a developer? Everyone uses it. I don't know if it's the best place to learn, but after you get a basics foundation, I definitely recommend heading over to GitHub, and here's why. So GitHub is a popular web-based Git repository hosting service. It's basically like a reference book for when you're stuck on a problem. You can find more than 500 free programming books that cover more than 80 different programming languages. Some people call it the coding Bible. Okay, maybe I just call it that, but I'm sure some people do. In my jobs I've had and all throughout college, we use GitHub. It's updated very frequently by other collaborators. It kind of reminds me of Yahoo Answers in a way. That's probably a bad example, but it does. I used to go to Yahoo Answers for math homework, and now I would go to GitHub for coding homework. The fourth one is actually Khan Academy. So the founder, his name is Salman Khan. Back in the day, I didn't realize he did a lot of programming videos and stuff related to computer science, because I actually found him originally through YouTube because I was just trying to get help on my math homework. I remember I was taking a calculus class and I was stuck on how to do certain types of problems, so I would just watch his videos and they were so helpful, and he's honestly one of the best teachers I've ever had in my life, and he was never even my teacher. Like, he was just amazing. He has step-by-step YouTube tutorials and he literally shows you every step of the way. So besides besides math and science and all that, you can learn things such as programming, program drawings, animations, and games using JavaScript, or learn how to make web pages through HTML and CSS. I have not tried that yet, but I'm very intrigued now. The fifth one is Coursera. Coursera offers more than 1,000 different courses from 119 institutions. You can pay for certain programs so you can receive a certificate. However, there are a lot of great ones out there that are free. And there's a lot of free ones that come from various universities such as the University of Washington, Stanford, Vanderbilt, and various other name brand universities. Okay, the sixth one is Free Code Camp. It's an open source community, provides hundreds, well, actually thousands of coding challenges, projects, certificates, and connections for aspiring coders that want to find coders in the same city that they live in. I loved finding out about this website when I was just kind of in a rut and I didn't know what to code about, so this was a really great way to get some motivation and inspiration and to just get those creative juices flowing, you know? Sometimes it's good to just pick up any project, and trust me, there's many things you can work on. I just wanted to clarify that this is not a boot camp. A lot of self-learning and self-teaching is involved here. So I think you should be at least an intermediate level to start something like this. What's great about this one is I feel like this one compared to all the other resources is the best way you can get some real world experience, because you're pretty much almost role playing in a way. The seventh one is Code Wars. Now this is a fun way to learn how to code. It's definitely geared and targeted towards kids. So different things you can learn is CoffeeScript. I don't know what CoffeeScript is, but I know what JavaScript is. And then, you know, there's the other ones like Python, Ruby, Java, Coder, and Haskell. I don't know those last two either, but I'm sure it's used for something. So the eighth one is actually a YouTube channel, and this guy goes by the username of The New Boston. So when I was in college and I was learning how to program in Java, I watched hundreds of his videos. He has a really fun and quirky personality, and he goes by the name of Bucky. I've literally watched so many of his videos, and he was just fun, you know, like I just really enjoyed his personality and the way that he coded. I like that he wasn't a perfectionist, because I always thought when you code that you just had to be perfect, but he obviously isn't, and he laughs at himself when he messes up, and he's also really good at explaining and describing things in simple everyday terms. Right now he has over 4,000 videos just relating to game development, programming, and design topics. He teaches Android development, C programming, MySQL, Python, and many more. Okay, the ninth one is HTML5 Dog. So I use this website a lot as a reference when I was in high school and in college. They have a reference section on the website that's kind of like a rule book, and I definitely appreciated that when I forgot what a certain tag or attribute was meant for. But that website also offers HTML and CSS tutorials, which is great. Okay, and the 10th and final one is called W3 Schools. If you haven't bookmarked this one yet already, just no matter what, you have to, especially if you're programming in HTML and CSS. Personally, to me, it's kind of like a web developing dictionary. You know, coding in general, there's a lot of things to remember. There's a lot of terms and what they're used for, and sometimes you don't always remember what they're used for. This website is great to go back and reference to, because sometimes you're like, oh, I've heard of this attribute, but I forgot what it means. And then you can just, quickly search for it on W3 Schools. It's like a glossary kind of, and then you can see all the possibilities that can be used for that specific item you're searching up. It's really good also for exploring and experimenting, because sometimes I'll find better ways to program something that is way more efficient than it's a good way to find shortcuts, if you know what I mean. Well, anyways, what do you guys think of this video? Do you use any of these tools? Have you used any of these tools before? I've used most of these. There's still a few on this list I'm very curious to check out. So yeah, I hope you like this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. So actually, while this video is going up, I will be on my way flying to the USA from Singapore. I'm from the US, so the next videos you'll see for the next month, I will be filming it from the US, so you won't be seeing this background anymore. But yeah, when I get back from the US, I'll have a couple videos here, but then I set off to Europe for a month. So the next few months, I'm just gonna be in all these crazy different new locations, so I hope you guys are okay with that. But yeah, if you wanna see what I'm up to, follow me on Instagram. I will be posting frequently on there, just stuff about my personal life, some things that I don't share on here. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys!